Hello everybody, I'm Hem and you watch. Welcome to Hem and Watch, and today another series of video game reviews. This time we'll have some old stuff, some remastered stuff, some space stuff, some indie stuff, lots of stuff. Lots of very different games, and I hope you enjoy some of them. Let's go. Alright, first in this series we have Wolfenstein 3D, Wolfenstein game from ID Software, an old game. The reason I'm reviewing this is because I've been retrying lots of Doom-like recently, and I always wanted to try again Wolfenstein 3D to see how I felt about it, and I feel the same. Basically, I think this is a very important game historically. It's one of the very first, if not the first, Doom-like, doing this 3D camera and all that, and you shoot, you see your gun, and you explore dungeons, and you kill monsters and all that. This is basically the game that will give birth to lots of other games such as Doom, Quake, what have you, Duke Nukem. And yeah, video-wise, this game is still very old. It looks old, and it's not just the graphics. I think it's a lot of things like the level design is old, the gameplay feels old. Audio-wise, it's okay, even if it sounds old. I don't think there's much interesting stuff in there. The gameplay is actually very heavy, very tank-like. Doom was not there yet, and you can feel it in the way you move. It's actually quite clunky. Lots of people, lots of hardcore retro gamers will enjoy this, probably even more, just because of that. That's not really my stuff. It actually feels a bit heavy. But yeah, content-wise, Wolfenstein 3 is your typical Doom-like. You explore dungeons, you get keys, you kill monsters, and yeah, it's rinse and repeat. I think this game is fine. I think this game is decent at what it does, and I think it was the very first, and so you have to, you know, recognize that historically. But beyond that, I don't think this is a game that you should get out of your way to play. I'm going to give Wolfenstein 3D a 68%. That's a C+. It's decent. If you had asked me 30 years ago, I would have rated it higher. Nowadays, I don't think there's any point playing that unless you want to search historically and all that. I never finished that game back when I was a teenager, and I still haven't finished it yet. I have no interest in playing it. I just see, it's there, it's decent, it's fine. But yeah, 68%. Next in this series, I'm going to be a bit cheeky because I'm putting right after Wolfenstein 3D, and also I'm putting two games together, HERETIC and HEXEN. The reason I'm putting them together is because they came out recently in a bundle as a remastered version, and they are so similar that I have no interest in separating them in a review. They're very similar, although you could argue that you should never put Doom 1 and 2 together and these games together, but whatever. HERETIC and HEXEN are Doom-like that came out a bit after Doom from ID Software and Raven. They're your typical old-school Doom-like. You explore dungeons and you shoot monsters in this FPS view. This time it's in a very medieval fantasy world, so it's different from the sci-fi of Doom. It's different from the Nazi Germany of Wolfenstein 3D and all that. It's not your typical medieval fantasy, mind you. It's a bit dark, a bit different, very gothic. I'm a bit biased for these games, these two games actually, because I've played them when I was a teenager and I loved them. I'm going to be honest, I prefer them to Doom, so mind this review when you think about that. I'm a bit biased, okay? Video-wise, it's old pixel, it's old 3D. If you don't like that, you will never like that. There's no point. The remastered is still very, very nice looking. I like that. I'm a sucker for that. I don't mind an old 3D games like that. Audio-wise, pleasant, but nothing big or anything. For me, it's mostly the gameplay. This Doom-like feeling is awesome, and the level design is really cool. I love the content of this game. Medieval fantasy, it's so different. Plus, compared to Doom, it's not just weapons. You have mana, you have magic, and you gather some artifacts and objects that you can use. You can transform enemies in pigs and everything. There's lots of stuff. Now, a lot of people are going to say that HERETIC was great and HEXEN was mediocre, and some other people will say HERETIC was decent, but HEXEN was much better. I'm in between, in the sense that I didn't really play Heretic when it came out. I played HEXEN and I thought it was fantastic, and then I went back to Heretic and I thought, oh yeah, it's basically the same, a bit more on the Doom side, but it's really cool. I think those two games are great. I think when they came out, it was awesome. It was an awesome alternative to Doom and the like. So at the end of the day, if you are a sucker for retro games and Doom-like, you should definitely play them. If you don't like that genre in the first place and you think it's a boomer shooter, don't play them. But yeah, if you're intrigued, you should definitely play it. I think it's awesome. They stand the test of time. And I'm going to give these two games a slightly different rating. I'm going to give Heretic an 82%. It's a B+. Very good game. And HEXEN 83%. Just 1 more percent because I preferred HEXEN. I thought it went a bit in a different way. I like that. With a hub and different levels that you go back to, it was much more complex, and I appreciated that. If you're more on the Doom side of things, you will prefer Heretic, but I think it's a great series and I would love a comeback to that. Heretic, HEXEN, 82% and 83%, B+, very good games. Next, we have a little indie game called PAPETURA. Papetura, whatever you want to pronounce it. It's a little indie game, a point and click of adventure and puzzle solving. I had no reason to play that more than anything, but basically I tried it, I thought it was cool. Then my daughter played it and finished it, and I looked at her playing it and all that. It's a very short game, so this review is not really from me as a gamer, it's a bit of me and my daughter. It's a lovely game, lovely looking game. As you can see, everything has been handcrafted. So I think I have more respect and appreciation for the work that they did ahead of doing this game, because everything has been crafted in paper. So it's beautiful. If you like crafts and all that, it's amazingly done. Unfortunately, the actual game is just okay. It's decent. It's a point and click where you need to find how to move on by clicking on stuff. There's no dialogue, there's no story really, but just a little one abstract that you have to understand. It's a very short game that you can finish in a couple of hours. So it's crazy to think that they put so much work in it for a couple of hours game that won't stick in my mind. Audio wise, nothing specific. It's just lovely to look at. It's a little dream of a couple of hours. So yeah, if you're intrigued by that, you should definitely play it. If you're not into these tiny games, tiny experience, there's not much to it. I'm going to give Papetura a 63%. It's a C. It's an okay game. At the end of the day, it's okay. I won't remember it. It's 63% for Papetura. Next in the list, we have one of the best games of all time. Okay, I'm getting ahead of myself. Béton brutal. It's French for brutal concrete or whatever. It's a parkour game. Okay, it's a FPS game, but you don't shoot, you just do platformer, 3D platformer as parkour in a crazy, unrealistic and yet semi-realistic environment. It's a tiny indie game made by one guy. Not a lot of people know about that, and the reason I want to get back to it, even if I already reviewed it in a written review, is because it's one of the best games of all time. I'm serious. I'm not going to give it 100% obviously, because it's still a little game, but it's amazing. Video wise, as you can see, it's an FPS looking game, platformer, almost Minecraft looking, if you know what I mean. It's okay. It's not pretty, it's not ugly either. It's fine. It's indie. Audio wise, musics are really cool. There's not much to it, but it's really cool music. The reason why Béton brutal is awesome is the content, the gameplay, and the level design. I would argue that the level design of Béton brutal is one of the best level designs I've ever seen in an indie game, in a platformer game, in a FPS game. Lots of people should play this game just to understand what you can do in terms of level design in a very small scope. It's amazing. The gameplay is parkour, so basically you climb platform and you try not to fall, and you have to climb all the way up. That's all there is. I would argue that lots of you trying this game will never finish the base level, the main level. It's insanely hard, really hard. Also, positive point or negative point, however you want to think about it, this game is one of the very few games, with some games like Tarkov maybe and some horror games where I had sweaty palms. So just playing this game makes me sweaty and stressed. If you have vertigo, bad case of vertigo, don't play this game. I'm going to give Beton Brutal a 92%. It's an A, it's an excellent game. Little game, but an excellent game. I've played several hundreds of hours of this game. I love it. I think it's fantastic. There's more levels that come out sometimes, especially with player-made levels. You can do your own levels as a level editor. It's fantastic. Everybody should try this game. I love this little game. 92% A, excellent. And finally, in this series of reviews, we have a big game, No Man's Sky. Now, No Man's Sky, I already reviewed it in a written review, but I wanted to get back to it because I've played it recently. I thought I would try and finish it. Disclaimer, I've never finished this game, although some could argue that you can never really finish this game, but there's a main story that you could finish. It just takes a lot of time. I haven't, but I've played a big number of hours of this game, like dozens, if not 100 hours. I think this is a really cool game. It's a space game. It's a space exploration game. It's a crafting game. It's a lot of things space game. If you've played games like Elite Dangerous and such, this is it. You travel from planet to planet, you build your ship, you gather stuff, you craft stuff, you build your base, you explore planets and you talk to people on space platforms. It's a multi-player game, so you can play with others. There's tons to do in this game. It's crazy how this game, when it came out, was terribly bashed because it was bad probably, and they had done junk and then had overhyped it and all that. So if you keep in memory the idea that this game was bad back in the day and you have never played it, you should forget about that. It's a redemption story, this thing. This game is now really cool. Now this game has a bit of an abstract repetition, okay? This is not hugely in depth, and you will quickly see how repetitive and abstract it is. So I'm never going to give this game 100%. But it's still amazing the amount of stuff you can do. Some people spend their life on this game. It's beautiful looking. There's so much to explore. There's millions of planets and places to explore. And even if it's very repetitive, it's fantastic. It gives you a lot of dreams, and I think that's what this kind of game tries to do. To give you dreams, to give you escapism and exploration. It's fantastic. So I'm going to give No Man's Sky an 86%. It's an A-. It's a great game. Okay, I've never finished it, but I've played it so much and I really respect it. I think it's beautiful. I'm a sucker for space exploration, so if you're intrigued by that, you should totally play it. Great game, very great game. And that's it for today. These are my 5 new reviews. I hope you enjoyed it. Lots of different games this time, lots of very interesting games and great games also. Let me know if some of them interest you, and let me know if you think I should try some other games. I will see you next time for 5 new reviews. Bye bye.